day of the blessed month of Tuba, and the gospel today is about humbleness. The story in the gospel that John the Baptist's disciples came to him and he said, Rabbi, he who was with you beyond the Jordan, to whom you have testified, behold, he is baptizing, and all are coming to him. They were calling him to compete with Christ. Now this person that what you had tested to him, testified to him, this person now is baptizing and making more customers. And these customers are increasing and their loyalty is for him, not for you. It's competition. Who is making more customers? Who is making more people baptized? Who is more successful and shown for everybody in the service? Now, you were baptizing for 2 years and you had a good amount of people following you as a teacher. Now those people leaving you and following Christ. So the true judgment, the true humbleness of John the Baptist was here. Will you go to in competition or not? Of course, nobody can compete with Christ. But John the Baptist really showed what is humbleness in his verse saying, he must increase and I must decrease. It's very common for us that we compete with each other. I would like to be the best. I would like to be the center of people's attention. I would like to be more famous in service. It's my touch who bring spirituality to this meeting or to this service. The service increased and multiplied after I entered this place. Of course, all of this is vain. All of this is vain. When you offer any service to God, any worship to God, without this true spirit of humbleness, you are in vain. You labor in vain. Nobody of the heavenly will look at you. Why? You are worshiping yourself. You are worshiping yourself. You are increasing in your pride. You would like to be more famous, more known. People who comes to you, not to anybody else. Your magic touch in the service is very well known. Of course, all of this will make you labor in vain. What is humbleness? Many of the fathers say that true humbleness is to know yourself. Only if you know yourself, this is the true humbleness. What means you know yourself? You know that you are nothing. You are nothing. Your days is just like a vapor. أيامك دي بخار. Just like one of the fathers says, the most you will get after your death, maybe for a day or two, they will say he was a good man or she was a good lady, or for 2 or 3 days, maybe a month, maybe sometimes once a year. And after so many years, you will be forgotten like nothing happened on this earth. Be watchful. Humbleness, true humbleness is to know yourself as you are nothing. This is the true humbleness. Very strange verse in the epistle of St. James saying, God is against the pride, but he gives the humble grace. Allah يقاوم المستكبرين ولكن المتواضعين يعطيهم نعمة. I think this verse, it would be written better that if we say God fight the sinners, or God against the atheists who deny his deity. All of these things against those who are away from God. No. God is against who are in pride, who feel themselves better than anybody else. But those humble, God gives them grace. Grace, free gift to increase and to be more spiritual in their life. I'll tell you 3 things about the humble person. The humble person. The humble person is a quiet person, listens to all opinions. Listens. Trust me, there is a problem with some people just to listen. Sometimes when I am in dispute with some people, sitting with them, they are in dispute. Sometimes I ask them, did you hear what I said now? No, أنت سمعت أنا قلت إيه? Did you hear what I just said now? He said no, or she said no, I didn't hear it. Doesn't have an ear. Doesn't want to listen. What's in his mind is the truth. Anything else deviate from what is in his mind is not the truth. The humble person is a quiet person, listens, and listens objectively. He understands your opinion. Not he listens just so he can just talk and take a minute or two so you are quiet down. No, he listens. And he listens, what is this opinion? What in this opinion might help me? Might really help the problem. Help me in my life. See, Antonius, it was mentioned in his biography that he was living in the river Nile, across the river, on the river Nile. And a lady came to wash. So he told her, I am a monk, I am living here, and you come just in this area, go to another spot. She told him, you are a monk. If you are a monk, those people who are called a monk, they live in the desert. Definitely, Antonius, he would have many things to say to this lady. Of course, I'm a monk. I have been living here maybe for 5 or 10 years in worshiping. Maybe this lady is a sinner or she doesn't know God. But he took this word as it's coming from God. God sent me a message this morning saying, you have to leave this and go to the desert. And he left his spot and went to live in the desert. A lot of people, they listen to what's said to them. And they took the blessing. Of course, you visited the monastery of Deir Surian, and you know that there is a tree, a big tree there. They call it the tree of obedience. It was a rotten or a dead piece of wood, and the teacher told Annes to go and just water it. And he watered it for 3 years and brought out a fruit, and that was the fruit of humbleness, to listen and to obey and to understand that this is a message from God. Number 2, the humble person goes against his will. Goes against his will for the will of God. For the will of God. Even if you want something or you desire something, and it is right, but the will of God is not this way. You will go to you against your wish, against your desire, against what I want. Just like John the Baptist today, he must increase because he is God. He is the one I am coming to prepare the way for him. He must increase and I must decrease. I must decrease. This is something not very many of us can accept it. The last thing, the humble person is always looking at his sinner self. I am a man full of sins. I am human. I have my weaknesses. I don't look for others' weaknesses. I don't look for others' sins. No, I look for myself. That's why the Lord, المسيح قال للتلاميذ، قال في العظة على الجبل، قال لهم اخرج أولا الخشبة التي في عينك قبل أن تنظر الشظى الذي في عين أخيك. So whatever in others people's life is a small piece of wood. And even though you watch it carefully, she didn't say this right. She lied. He lied. He didn't say it right. All those small things, small sins in others' life, it's very well known to us. But actually, the big sins in our life, we don't watch for it. Oh, it's forgiven. Or maybe that God doesn't care. No. God look at you when you say, God forgive us our sins as we forgive others. God forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. And the angels laugh. Are you lying to God? Or you are lying to yourself? Or you are lying to the angels? You're saying, forgive me my trespasses as I forgive. You never forgive. It was mentioned in history that one of the dictators, when he was about to die, and the priest came to him and told him, have you forgive all your enemies? This person said, I don't have an enemies. I killed all of them. Very funny. He doesn't have an enemies. He just killed all of them. Sometimes we kill everybody around us. I see him just like he doesn't exist. She doesn't exist. He was born in sins. She was conceived in iniquities. Everybody around me is wrong. I killed them all. But I am the one who is righteous. I am the one who is right. I am the one who thinks the right way. I am. And this humble person disappeared from my spiritual life. Of course, the humble person judges himself only and doesn't judge others. He makes an excuse for others. If somebody sins, he might find many excuses for him and hide his sins. Sometimes we are not responsible. He made a mistake, he or she needs to pay for it. No, it's your responsibility, it's your duty to hide others people's mistakes. It's very important to cover for them. Remember, the son of Noah was condemned because he didn't cover his dad. It's very important to cover others' sins and iniquities. Glory be to God for